It's been a long time since I had such a not only enjoyable, but so complete an experience with a video game. But that is exactly what I got with this game. I'm Tyler R. Lee, and this is Misguided Content Ghost of Tsushima Review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Quite simply, Sucker Punch Productions' Ghosts of Tsushima is both the samurai game we've always wanted, as well as a proper ode to samurai cinema. A rare title that excels at providing a near perfect balance within its vast open world, exciting and intuitive combat, and a story about revenge and honor that doesn't feel like it's been done to death. Set on Tsushima Island in the late 13th century during the first Mongol invasion of Japan, Ghost of Tsushima sets up an intriguing and engaging tale of failure, revenge, and honor, all wrapped up in that well-known trope of a traveling samurai adventure. You play as Jin Sakai, a noble and skilled samurai ready to charge straight into the advancing Mongol horde that has landed on the shores of Tsushima, because how bad could it be? Bad. Alongside Jin is his uncle, Lord Shimura, Samurai Lord Jito of Tsushima, and fellow, hey, let's yeet the Mongols back into the ocean with our honor. From the get-go, it becomes clear that Jin, Lord Shimura, and the rest of the samurai army understand that the Mongol invaders may be too much for them, but honor demands they charge them head-on. No tricks, no clever ruses, nothing even resembling tactical combat, just honorable head-to-head, one-on-one battle. A theme and complication that will continue to dominate the story of the game, and a handicap the Mongols do not share. Jin barely escapes with his life thanks to Yuna, a clever, cunning woman who needs Jin's help to save her brother from the invaders. However, Yuna is not samurai, and is not bound by the honor code that has so far been the downfall of the warrior class against their new and terrifying foes. Jin struggles with the knowledge that, in order to defeat the Mongols, he may need to utilize new and, to the samurai, dishonorable ways to combat them. It is here that Ghost of Tsushima excels at intertwining its gameplay, namely the combat, with the story in a most intriguing way. As you progress, you learn more techniques that help Jin get the upper hand against the Mongol invaders. Assassination, explosive tools, throwing weapons, smoke bombs, basically anything that screams ninja. Each time Jin uses them, it takes a toll on him as he remembers his uncle teaching him the honorable way of the samurai. As the player, you can feel Jin having to slowly cut pieces of his soul away as he becomes what he has to in order to succeed. It's more than just a by-the-numbers story of revenge and good and evil. It's a story about a person, their growth, their pain, and how their change affects those they interact with and their home as a whole. This is made all the more prevalent as you have the option to take on missions given to you from the peasants trying to survive the invasion and allies fighting their own battles on top of fighting back the Mongols. This struggle within Jin manifests itself in the way you choose to play the game. The Ghost of Tsushima has no inherent choice system of good or evil. However, you can choose to go the stealthy route that dishonors the way of the samurai, or go in guns or swords ablazing and fight everyone head-to-head, utilizing the standoff feature that allows you to make your presence known, honor, and take out the first few enemies with a single slice of your sword each, making it intentionally reminiscent of classic samurai duels in film. Now, of course, a game is nothing without some entertaining and functional gameplay, no matter how good the story is. Last Guardian. Anyway, Sucker Punch clearly knew this obvious fact of video game design, and implemented gameplay simple enough that anyone can give it a go, but complex enough that each fight, be it a one-on-one duel or you versus a mob of Mongols, feels unique and exciting. Aside from the multitude of tools at your disposal mentioned earlier, you also unlock multiple stances with your katana that fare better against different types of Mongol weapons, giving you seemingly 4 different weapons in one. Combat itself is very deliberate. It doesn't take much from a Mongol or bandit to take Jin down, so if you go in button mashing, you'll end up dead quick. Instead, it's a nice mixture of blocks, well-timed parries, some well-placed ghost weapons, and the right amount of slice and dice, making encounters feel varied. A lock-on or a less unwieldy camera would have made things a bit smoother, but it isn't something that will make the combat unplayable. Which is a good thing, since you will be doing it a lot. I'm not 100% sure anyone but Jin fights the Mongols. Talk about carrying your team. Outside of combat, the other well-balanced factor is the exploration of Tsushima's vast open world. This game is Well, there's no other way to say it other than stunningly beautiful. Sucker Punch has done a remarkable job of capturing the utter beauty of the landscape as you ride to and fro on horseback through dense forests, flowing fields, and across snow-covered landscapes, all without a pesky minimap taking up a fraction of the screen, instead allowing the wind to guide you. No, I'm not speaking metaphorically. While there is much to do and many things to find, there is also enough empty space to let you enjoy the travel and the breathtaking landscape and not feel completely overwhelmed by what is put in front of you. Ghost of Tsushima's exploration and world setup is something that other open world games should take notes from. It isn't all on horseback, however. You will also Assassin's Creed your way across rooftops and up cliffsides to find advantageous places to ambush from, uncover secrets, and more. I say Assassin's Creed your way because this is where the game can sometimes become frustrating. For the most part, climbing, parkouring, and traversing is easily done, if not a bit clunky. However, when jumping or swinging, if you need to make it anywhere that isn't anything less than a perfectly straight line from your current position, then you might sometimes... It isn't perfect. Choices made with the dialogue in this game are also a bit confusing. No, I'm not talking about like when you play a BioWare game, choose a dialogue option, and then your character says something completely out of left field that doesn't even resemble what you chose. No, I'm talking about choices made by Sucker Punch Productions. First of all, the English voice acting is actually pretty good, as is the Japanese, and most will probably opt to have that dialogue with English subs. However, it becomes clear quickly that the lip syncing for the dialogue was done for English, not Japanese. It is an odd choice for a game set in Japan, during an important part in Japanese history, and in a game that is trying, and succeeding, to emulate classic samurai cinema, to have the default lip sync be for English. The choice becomes even more peculiar when you see that the game lets you play in Kurosawa mode, if you so choose, which puts a black and white filter over everything and puts the audio in Japanese with English subtitles, giving it the ultimate old-school samurai film feel, aside from the backward dialogue. These odd choices and hiccups aside, Ghost of Tsushima is, quite honestly, amazing and incredibly fun. Sucker Punch Productions' inspiration from Akira Kurosawa films and other classic Japanese cinema is on full display and makes the game all the better for it. Combined with a well-put-together story, impeccable character development, beautiful scenery, atmospheric music, and fun gameplay, Ghost of Tsushima is an easy Game of the Year candidate right out the gate, and gamers owe it to themselves to give it a try. What did you think of Ghost of Tsushima? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And catch me on Twitch or on Twitter if you like. So long.